Hello, everyone, and welcome to 30 Minutes of This War of Mine. So, this was sent to me by 11-Bit Studios, which, as far as I'm aware, is primarily a phone developer currently. And to a certain extent, that sort of shows here. Essentially, when they sent this to me, they were really talking about how they wanted to convey the harshness of civilian living in a war-torn country. And if I remember correctly, even though I'm paraphrasing, one of the bullet points was that in war, not everyone is a soldier, and that definitely shows here. And I actually really can't wait to show you a little bit of this because this is very interesting. Let me just show you the options real quick. Nothing complicated, nothing really that particularly fancy or anything. I think this goes up to 1080. Audio sliders in case you don't want the music or the sound effects. I'll talk about the music a little bit later, but let's just hop right in, shall we? And we'll get that timer started. So, initially when I sat down to play this game, I only intended to play about 45 minutes, and I ended up playing, I guess, close to 5 hours now, which I definitely wasn't initially planning for. Where'd you get a cigarette? Pavel? I've never been able to figure out what his name is. Pavel? Pave? Whatevs. Okay, so who's hungry and who's tired? Who's tired? You're pretty tired. Let's send you to bed. So, initially, when you start the game off, you start off in one of these shelters with three people. I believe they might be randomized. After this video is over, I'll restart the game a couple of times and see if I run into additional kinds of protagonists and everything. Then I'll put a thing somewhere on the screen saying how many I ran into before I started looping, if that's a thing, I guess. So, but essentially you start with these three random people, and you know, they have little backstories here and there. For example, this guy was, I believe, let's see, I believe he was he was a football player. And you know, this Katia Bruno, these are slightly offbeat names here, so I'm having a bit of issue. Some of them had known each other before, so she had interviewed him before, but he had never met either of them. And they all have various little differences in their abilities and various things. Like, for example, Katia, Katia, whatever. She has good bargaining skills, so I can actually do better trades with her than I can with other people. And Bruno is a cook, and so when he's cooking, he actually uses less supplies, which is unbelievably important. And during the day, you can actually sometimes have these people show up. This guy, Franco, who wants to trade with me, which is fantastic, but you don't have any meat. It's like the one thing I actually super need right now is meat. Oh, that's great. Okay, so I do actually need some bullets. So, and you know, supplies are everything. Supplies are quite literally everything in this game when it comes to... I could actually use a bit of wood too. Initially, when you clear out your safe house of supplies and stuff, there's only so much of it. that can actually go around. And let's see. There you go. See, I would have had to trade like way more with him in order to get that stuff, as it were. So, but when you clear out the house and everything, it's at least some stuff. I believe that is all randomized as well. But it's only so much, and it's not going to get you that far in the long run. So eventually you're going to need to start going out in the world and start getting supplies, because you need it to survive. And that's one of the interesting things about this game, is sort of how well it delivers on the real inevitabilities of scarcity and the need to survive, which I think it does very well. Aesthetically, it has like this kind of stylized. Whoa, come on. I just had to send him away. Like kind of charcoal painting look, which is kind of interesting. I think there's actually a thing in the graphics options to turn that off if you want to not deal with that. But it's a very interesting aesthetic. But essentially, there's two main phases to the game, where there's these daytime sections where you're just kind of around the safe house. And if you run out of stuff to do, you can actually just end the day. I think if I remember correctly, the border times for how it goes is 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. And I think it goes by 10 minutes on that clock about every 3-4 seconds. Let's count it. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. Okay, so like 3.5-ish, 4 seconds. It's a very interesting beginning, and the other interesting part of the aesthetic is just how dreary a lot of the color scheme is, and how much a lot of these characters actually sort of blend in with the horrible background, which is a very interesting metaphor in and of itself, if I'm not reading too much into that, I hope. Let's see, I actually think we don't really have a lot else to do. We don't really... Yeah, we just, don't have a lot else to do, so let's just end the day for now. So this is where the second half of that comes in. We're not going to send Bruno out. He actually got wounded the last time I sent him out. We're going to have you sleep. How about we have you guard, and we're going to... Oh man, Pavel, you're... I feel bad for you. You constantly have to go out. So, let's see here. Let's see. So, initially when you start out, there's only going to be about like 3 or 4-ish areas. And as you continue, more areas open up, but you can actually unlock a radio that'll tell you the status of what's going on with the war currently, and in some cases it'll actually alter what places you can actually go. Because there's open conflict in those areas, so obviously it's way too dangerous. You'll just die. You'll just die. I don't really wanna. Well, you only live once, I suppose. So let's get some of this out of the way. Let's knife, gun, and 3 bullets. Okay. So let's send them out in the world. So this is the second half of the game where you can scavenge for supplies, and it's a very interesting and it's a very effectively tense thing because one, the vision cones, of which you can't actually see unless you're directly looking through it, along with the music. Oh, well, that's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic that that's even a thing. So let's see what we can find traveling in here. Oh God. No, that's right. We're not bandits. Remember, we have to protect the people, not harm them. Oh, great. That's always a fantastic sign. Oh man, I'm not prepared for this whatsoever. So as... Oh, shit. Ow. Stabbing him. Run to an exit! Run to an exit! No! Pavel! No! Oh, shit! Shit. Wow, that didn't go good at all. Oh, damn it. Crap. Oh, damn. Okay, I really needed that to not happen, so that... Oh, boy. Wait, does that also mean I lost everything he was... Yeah, I lost everything he was carrying. Shit. Oh, boy, that's just... Things are not going particularly well for me. So, essentially, if you're wondering how long this game actually is, I've been playing for about 5 hours, and I'm at day 20, I believe. There is an actual end to the game, and that's when a ceasefire is finally called between the warring states in the country. And apparently that is, for the most part, entirely randomized between day 40 and day 50. I don't really know if there's any additional factors that play into when that happens. I don't believe so. Man, we are really just not doing too good. How about we actually just do a fresh start, and we can just do that. That one is not going too well. And just poor Pavel. Poor little Pavel. Let's, yeah, that's fine. Because that's the interesting part, is this game has enough, like, management and aspects to it, and I can properly show you the scavenging thing, because it is very interesting. But, it's very interesting, and something you can really just kind of fiddle with while you're doing other things, because there is no voice acting in the game. But that's fine. That's fine. Oh, okay, cool. So it is the same 3 people at the beginning. So, let's see here. Okay, before the war, she was reporter. Okay, okay. I was actually kind of curious. I'm more curious to see how much or little of the game was randomized. So let's just get started. Pavel, you go dig some of that shit up. You go onboard that. Let's go dig that up. And I also am glad, at the very least, that they... Okay, just grab all of it. Cool. And yeah, I could actually really see this working well with iPad anyway, just because the way a lot of it's designed, I don't really see too much of it that would really, that I necessarily see as that much of an issue. So yeah, I think that's pretty interesting. So and initially when you start the oh, well, that's great. That's actually locked. That's fantastic. So yeah, that's the other thing is, in some cases, you actually need to make some lock picks to actually get into some parts of your own house, because some parts of it are locked. You know, this wasn't initially your house. Oh, here's that big... initially, when you start, you have this big wall. You probably couldn't see it in the other one, because you can do house upgrades. Let me bring that up. Where you can improve some general stuff in the house. And one of the things when you upgrade the bench, something you can make is an actual barricade to close that up, which is invaluably helpful. So instead, let's send you down there, and you go unboard that. That seems like a good plan. How you doing up there, Bruno? Doing good? Uh-oh, he's slightly sick. And from there, it's just sort of, during the daytime, it's managing how everyone is doing, you know, making sure everybody is doing well enough. There are usually multiple phases to them being sick, or being hungry, or being tired, or depressed. So let's open that up. Let's see. You go over to the bench. Where did I send you? I don't remember where I sent you. This game does a very impressive job at... Oh, you just went to sit down. You just... Oh, you got a cough. You got a little cough, and you think that warrants you to just sit wherever you like while everyone else is working. No, I don't think so, Bruno. I don't think so. I don't care if you're a good cook, if you're good too many cooks, and you got a beard. I don't care. Yeah, as a whole, I was actually, no, Pavel, no. We gotta build some stuff. We got a little bit of an operation going on, if you haven't noticed. Okay, so, yeah, the initials of things you might want, you know, a bed might be nice. You know, an actual place for people to sleep, because otherwise the other option is to have people sleep on the floor, and not only is that not good anyway, but they actually won't be that well rested, and their condition will get worse. It's a bad way. It's a bad way. So, I guess if I had one real criticism of the game itself, I would say that I feel like there isn't really that many actual music tracks, which in and of itself is not really that big of a deal, but it does feel like the slightest bit of a disappointment, just because I would have liked to see just a little bit more music, because I think this music is good. And the scavenge music, once I can get back to it, is also very interesting. But, you know, I don't really find a lot of stuff that I think that door's locked. So, let's see, what else? Ooh, we definitely need a... workbench. Place that right there. Okay. Okay, Bruno, you go collect over that way. Hopefully there's something interesting. Oh, hey, we have some diamonds. That's pretty good. If we were playing Minecraft, I would be very proud of myself. So, come on. Come on, the timer's about to run out! Okay, cool. You did good. You did real good. Okay, so you're sick, so we're just gonna put you to bed. We're gonna put you on guard, and Mr. Fast Runner, we're gonna send you out in the ways of the world. So let's see here. Oh, hey, this is that, so initially when I played the game, I really needed medical supplies and food, and there's this nice little old couple that lives in this house over here, and you know, it was one of it was one of those things where I was really impressed with the game, because ultimately I had to go over there and send Pavel, and I told him, and I made him beat this old couple to death and take all of their shit, which I felt terrible about. And in a lot of ways, I felt like that was the game sort of pointing its finger at me and going, "See? See?" And I was like, "Yeah, you got me, game." It's a very interesting thing. Have I? I don't think I've. They say some people still live there. Against all odds, they're stocked with supplies and. I guess we'll, nah, we'll just go here. So, I don't really have any, I don't have any weapons or anything. I guess we will send him with a lockpick for just in case, but, you know. Ironically enough, though, the other song, the one for these, scavenge missions, is actually so effective, I keep thinking zombies or something is just going to show up. I guess maybe that's the only scenario I haven't really seen, is there are people that can initially be here, or things that can initially be here, but I have yet to run into a scenario where more people come into the scenario. Maybe that's just not a thing, but uh-oh, it's boarded up. So I guess we'll head down here. And these scavenge missions really do an amazing job at conveying a proper amount of worry in you, because with the music and the aesthetic and everything, and you just can't see a lot of things, and in a lot of cases there can actually be like little wild animals walking around. Wow, that's a lot of wood. Let's see. Yeah, we'll leave that for the time being. See if we can find anything a little bit better. See, like, there's something right there. You have no idea what on earth it is. I'm just kind of like, oh god, what are you? Oh god. It could easily just be a rat, but without proper, rolled-up cigarette. Quality roll-up cigarette. We'll leave that stuff for the time being as well. It can be genuinely terrifying, and as you saw before, it can result in death. Oh god, now I don't see anything. So was it a rat then, I guess? I guess it was a rat. I'm gonna hope it's a rat. Good thing. Not resemble the father. He looks like a bear. Huh, interesting. So, any food? Let's hope for some food, shall we? Lots of food, lots of food. That's actually really good. Okay. Yeah, let's ditch that and that. And then that, and then, See, that's the other thing is they only have everyone has limited backpack space, which makes scavenging a very hard thing because there's only so much you can carry, and I think in some cases you can actually come back and other scavengers have taken stuff that you left here. So it's not really that secure or anything. And it creates a lot of drama, and it's very effective in what it does. This is a very impressive thing that they have made here, 11-Bit Studios. I'm actually very impressed. So, oh, this is, I think this is a bit of a fun thing. Let me, walk over this way a little bit. So, you basically have a Three Stooges button. It says run to exit, where you can just click it, and it just goes woo 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 woo, and he just runs for an exit. He does make a lot of noise doing that, so I suppose that attracts a lot of bad guys. So that might not be the best idea in the world, but, you know, for what it's worth. So now it's day 2. You know, I've said time and again that there aren't enough games that really treat oh shit, yeah, so let's build another bed. You're gonna be working quite a bit today, Katya, or whatever your name is. So yeah, let's do that, shall we? Go put that over there so he can sleep. In the meantime, you want to build a stove for us? There aren't enough games that really take war with the proper amount of seriousness. Like it's just so many people time and again have criticized Call of Duty for openly glorifying war in a lot of ways, and I would be inclined to agree with that, because there are certain parts of actually, let's send her to do that. You go to bed, mister. You need some sleep, yo. It makes war look fun, which is arguably really not a good thing to do. What's going on? Okay, there we go. Not a ton of things. That's fine. Huh. Oh, okay, there we go. That was a bit of a weird glitch. So, let's head back over this way. And I also built a workbench over here, which can build small weapons, little tools, lockpicks, various things. And you can upgrade it to build more, and there's actually certain access points that you can't reach a bit later in areas without, I believe, a saw? I believe a saw is the main thing. So, let's see, can we build, let's see, let's make 2 lockpicks. Yeah, that sounds good. They're probably going to be sleeping all day, so hope you're ready to earn your food for tomorrow. But end of the day, I would definitely say 11-Bit Studios has done an amazing job at properly conveying the seriousness of war and the scarcity of war and the realities of trying to survive in harsh environments like this. They've made something very impressive here, and at the same time, it's fun. It's interesting. Like I said, I meant to sit down with this for like 20 minutes, and I ended up spending 5 hours playing it. It's nuts. And like I said before, the ending comes between day 40 and 50, and I was on day 20, and things were not going well. Things were just not particularly going well at all. It's a very interesting and very effective way to convey a lot of things. I think I can actually build a shovel here. Let's help her out a little bit. That sounds like a good idea. Oh, nope, can't. Don't have enough wood. Hope you don't have a fresh manicure. Anyway. And I have to admit, at first I really was not initially sure, but I am now more sure than ever that this is a very impressive little game. A very impressive game. It's currently on sale for $20 US. Steam, GOG, and I believe on Steam they also have like an Mac and Linux version. Steamworks, Steam OS, whatevs. I've seen some people arguing that $20 is a bit much for a game like this, but to be perfectly honest, I think it's worth every penny, and I also think it's worth every penny in the fact that that the aesthetic, the story, the mechanics and everything are all airtight and very interesting in all the ways they would really need to be. It's very effective. It's very much like if you ever sat down and played the Banner Saga and enjoyed the Banner Saga, in certain respects, I would certainly say that this is a very... Oh, look, some bandages. That's good. A very effective means to an end, and a very fun experience in a very dreary environment. And as night falls, I'm going to wish you all adieu, as I have gone slightly over time. But that's fine. So, this has been This War of Mine, and I'll see you all next time.